Hello, Wanderer. I see you've made it to level 4. Level 4 is probably the level that you'll be spending the rest of your life in if you aren't the adventurous type, but I think you may spend a little less time here than the average person. Level 4 is a survival difficulty class 1. It's safe, secure, and has a minimal entity count. Level 4 is the 5th level in the Backrooms, and it's the level where Almond Water can be found most frequently. Level 4 resembles an empty office building, though it's almost completely devoid of furniture. Some rooms on this level have windows, though most of them have been completely blacked out. Any windows that have not been blacked out are considered traps and should be avoided as such. Level 4 is mostly devoid of entities. Hounds and dullers are the only ones to have been observed. One person claims they saw a smiler, but no evidence exists. Because of this lack of beings, there are lots of people on level 4. Scattered around this level are water coolers, vending machines, and fountains containing almond water. Level 4 is very easy to escape from and return to. Level 4 is the best place to meet other people and find supplies. Before attempting to move on to the next levels, you should stock up on almond water. You will need it, especially in levels 5 and 6. The bases, outposts, and communities of level 4 are the MEG Base Omega, which is the second main base of the MEG. It's where the other half of the group's teams live. It's close to one of the entrances of level 5 and 6, and this base is heavily guarded. The second group is Amor Incrementum. This group is a religious cult that worships agriculture. This group is one of the smallest groups in the Backrooms, having only around 10 members. The only plants they grew were various species of mold, harvested from walls of level 0 and 1. They're incredibly hostile, and not normally up for trade unless you have religious objects, such as objects depicting Jesus or other religious entities, in which case they most likely would be willing to trade. If you are interested in gardening or religion, then you could try and join Amor Incrementum. To be determined, which is a group that likes to hoard various objects and items for themselves. The group is very small with only 6 members, and the group will ignore you unless you try to interact with them. They only trade for really strange objects that don't really have a function. There are many ways to reach level 4. Some of the known entrances are to no-clip into a wall in the hub. You can also get here from level 3 using the elevators or finding a door on level 2 that's unlocked. Falling through the pit in level 283 has the chance of teleporting divers through the ceiling of level 4. Level 4 has occasional exits that lead to level 5 and 6. Most exits take the form of office-style stairways or occasional elevators that may lead back to level 3. As with almost all exits in the Backrooms, once you leave direct line of sight with it, it may disappear unexpectedly. And one of the objects that can be found in the Backrooms that has been talked about multiple times on this guide channel is almond water. Now should be time to talk in depth about it. Almond water is the main source of hydration and stability in the Backrooms. Almond water is a substance found in levels across the Backrooms. It is a critical source of hydration and slight nutritional value. It is a sweet almond vanilla flavored water that can be found in bottles of several different types, typically without a brand or label on them. Almond water can be found in clear water bottles, metal water bottles, glass wine bottles, and even cartons. It can be traded for, traded with, and used to repel entities and cure some ailments. Identifying Almond Water. The Backrooms can house several liquids. Many of them are not safe to drink or even touch. If you're unsure if a liquid is safe to drink, don't drink it, and wait until you come across almond water. Almond water has a distinct, albeit faint, smell of vanilla and rose water. It has a subtle taste of sweet, watery almond butter. If it does not exhibit these qualities and is a clearly fresh water, avoid it. On some levels, almond water can flow out of pipes or even fountains. However, this is rare. Make sure you properly identify any liquid before you consume it. For whatever reason, almond water can sometimes treat ailments, including neutralizing the effects of hostile entities. It can also help maintain one's health. Some examples of almond water uses are helping with symptoms of the disease, stopping someone from becoming a wretch, and possibly having saved someone affected by the splat, though this is unconfirmed. It can also be used to maintain your focus, especially when facing entities like Watchers, and possibly preventing an encounter with the beast of level 5. Lastly, almond water can be used to tame some entities, including the death moths and Jerry. The best way to obtain almond water is on level 4, where it's abundant. Here, it can be found in water coolers, vending machines, and water fountains. Almond water can also be found on numerous other levels, including level 10, 11, 18, 28, and level 29. It can also be obtained through trading, such as in level 6.1. Otherwise, almond water can be found in many levels in the Backrooms. The easiest way to tell if almond water is nearby is if people are nearby. Now, about the entity that appears in level 4, the windows. The windows are known as entity number 2, and their habitat is architectural. The windows are creatures in the shape of a window. The window has a figure inside, always pointing at the target. If the target is unaware of the creature, it will attack immediately. Windows generally appear on level 1 through 2, although mainly on level 1. Some windows are safe, where there is no shadowy figure behind them. Some can lead to sub-level 1.5. The windows start by pointing in the direction of a wanderer, and whispers tell the wanderer to enter a window. Once it's close enough, the entity will grab you and pull you in, even if the said window is closed. It is rumored that it's just an empty void on the other side, even if it shows land on the other side. Biology of the windows. These windows can come in many different shapes and sizes, and the same goes for the shadowy figures behind them. The shadowy figure always looks human and will whisper to wanderers to lure them into its trap. There is currently no actual first report about the windows at the moment, but the group known as the Lost has referenced them as the men behind the glass. Do's and don'ts. Do avoid windows at all cost, and don't trust any windows in a level if a figure is behind it. If the window wants you to follow them, do not agree to do so. So, wanderer, if you would like to stay in level 4, then this guide won't help you any further because it's a fairly basic level. However, if you do want to head further into the Backrooms, I'll be here for you. Good night, wanderer. Sleep tight. Don't let the smilers bite.